I don't know about you, but coming back from holiday always makes me feel a little bit more motivated, and I'm determined to make the next few months of this year better than the last. So welcome to my new series, Becoming Me, where I do everything I can to reduce anxiety, build confidence, and get back to my old self again. This is an ongoing series because I don't want to rush this process, and I have tried to do this so many times for so long but never been successful. So this time I'm determined to get it right. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me along on TikTok and Instagram to stay tuned for updates on my self-discovery journey. Hello and welcome back to the vlog. We landed back in the UK last night after being in Gran Canaria for a week, and let me tell you, the weather was a little bit of a shock. It's very cold, but I'm kind of here for it. I feel like September is one of my favourite months of the year just because it's so transitional. You can start getting a little bit cozy. I've got my jumpers on. I wore my Uggs this morning, took them out for a spin, and yeah, I'm just in the mood to get cozy. But while I was away on holiday, I really realised how much of a negative headspace I have been in over the summer, possibly for most of this year, I would say. And I've had enough. Like, I'm really ready now to take myself out of that mindset and re-evaluate my life and just make some more goals and just try to get myself in a bit more of a positive headspace, because I've spent too long being negative, too long feeling lost and confused and like not really working towards anything. So I thought, what better time to kind of get yourself back on track than when you come back from holiday. It's September, I'm getting cozy, I've got myself a cup of coffee. Make sure you go grab yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and let's dive right in. Already today I have been kind of making myself a little bit of a life planner on Notion. So this is what I've got so far. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it because it's going to reflect, but this is my Notion template, and I've basically got sections for everything that I want to work on and my habits that I want to incorporate and stuff. So you know what, we're going to be working hard in this season of our life, so we need to set ourselves up for success. First things first, what we need to establish is the goals that we want to work towards. So for me, there's 3 things that I want to focus on in this season, and those are reduce stress and anxiety levels, reach 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and reach 2,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram. Because my overall goals for my life is obviously to be quite successful in my content creation. I absolutely love it. It's been a passion of mine since I was like 12. And I also really want to focus on reducing my stress and anxiety because it has been really bad. As I was saying it earlier, I've been in a really negative headspace, and I want to snap out of it, get myself back on track and get into like more of a positive headspace. I've also set myself a theme for this year, which is to focus on my health, my peace, and books, because I love reading, and I feel like those 3 things really sum up the most important things to me at the moment. So that's kind of my theme for the rest of this year. And then, you know, just cozy vibes all around, because we're coming into cozy season and I cannot wait. I'm also going to be using my Notion planner to set myself goals for each month as well, just so that I stay focused and I stay on track, and I kind of have something to reflect on so I know what I need to do. So for September, my goals are to settle into my new team, because they did a restructure. Well, they did like some redundancies in my new job, and well, it's not really new anymore because I've been there 6 months, but yeah, they did some redundancies. Luckily I wasn't affected. I could stay within the business and move to a new team, which obviously has been causing me a lot of stress, but fortunately for me, I have been able to keep my job but on a new team. So I start that, I'm assuming, in the next couple of weeks. My second goal is to start the new workout program that I've set for myself. So I was working with a coach over the summer. She was absolutely amazing. I love her very much. If you're watching this, you know who you are. I have set up a challenge for my current clients that starts on the 16th of September, which is Monday. So if you're, by the time you're watching this, we will have already started the challenge. But I really wanted to like join my clients on the challenge because it's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for it. So what better time to start my own workout program than when I'm working with my clients for the challenge. So that's my second goal. And to my third goal, I want to stick to my new daily habits that I have set for myself. So I've written these out already in the habits section of my Notion planner. So I'm going to show you that now. I have set myself 2 types of habits. So we've got daily habits and weekly habits, and these have all been set based on what my goals are, but also to get myself into a more positive headspace. So we're going to start with 8 to 10k steps a day, because working an office job, it can be difficult to get your steps in. I personally don't usually have an issue with this, but I still think it's good to have like a goalpost of something to work towards. I'm also wanting to start doing at least 5 minutes of meditation every single day. So it was something that me and my boyfriend did a little bit of on our trip because I was getting so anxious and so stressed. We would just sit down and do 5 minutes of breath work or meditation, and actually it really did help. So I really want to start incorporating that into my evening routine and do it before bed. I would do this in the morning, but my morning routine is already like kind of jam-packed. I don't really have time to put anything else into it, so I'm going to try it in the evening and see if that helps. And the last one is to practice journaling, gratitude, and list at least one good thing that has happened to me that day. So that's going to help me get into a positive headspace and try and like get rid of all those negative thoughts that seem to be taking over my mind at the moment. And then for weekly goals, I really want to do at least 1 day makeup free a week. Now this might seem like a little bit of a weird habit to have, but while I was on holiday, I noticed that obviously I'm not going to wear makeup sat by the pool, and I felt really self-conscious of my skin and the way that my face looks without makeup, and I was like, I don't want to feel like that. Like, I want to be confident in the way that I am without having to cover up with makeup. So one of my goals is to get used to my face without makeup on. So that's why one of my habits is that. I also want to stick with my 4 workouts a week. So 2 of those are going to be strength training and 2 of those are going to be Pilates based, because I love Pilates. It's something I've incorporated recently a lot more into my routine, and I've found that it helps with my chronic pain so much, like just being that little bit more flexible, and I just really enjoy it as well. I feel like it's a nice bit of mindfulness, so I've added that in. And I also want to start listening to 1 self-development podcast a week, because I used to do this all of the time. I'd listen to them all the time and I felt it left me more positive, whereas I haven't done that for a long time and I have been in a negative headspace. So I'm going to try incorporating that again and see if it can help. Now that I've set my goals and my habits, I am going to make a vision board. I'm so excited. I'm going to use my iPad for this because I think it's just a little bit easier. Making a vision board is honestly my favourite thing ever. Like, I like to set it as my lock screen. So I want to make one for my phone because this is the current lock screen, if you can see, I'm not sure. It's a very summery lock screen, so now I need to make more of an autumnal one that's a little bit more tailored to my goals for the rest of this year. So I'm so excited, let's go. I'm gonna screen record on my iPad as well so you can see what I'm gonna do. But I have already been on Pinterest and I have collected some images that I think represent what I want to do for the rest of this year. So I'm going to show you that on the screen now. I've called it, I've got my September vision board, and it's basically just a collection of images. I always use Pinterest for this, that represent what my vision is for the rest of this year, and then I just download them all, throw them into Canva, and Bob's your uncle, you've got a vision board. Vision board is done. Here she is. Oh, here is my vision board. You can't really tell because the sun is literally reflecting, but she's all done and set on my iPad. I'm very excited. I'm going to make one that's kind of sideways as well so I can use it on my Notion planner. But yeah, I feel prepared. I'm all set up. Last thing I need to do is update my habits on my habit app, which is this one here. This habit app. So I just need to change my habits on here to the ones that I told you about, the daily ones, and then I'm all set up to have a great week. I just booked a Pilates class for tomorrow morning as well, which I'm really excited about. And then after, well, I was going to say after work, but I'm not working. Later on today, I'm going to go for a nice long walk with my mum in the sunshine, so I'm very excited. Well, I'm just going to call her. So I feel like today has been successful. I feel set up and I'm ready to have a great week.